friends, welcome to another episode. We're in the backyard having our banana smoothie lunch, and we'll put the link for this delicious recipe down below. So whilst we're enjoying the sun and our bananas, we thought we'd make a quick video on something that came up on Facebook today. So we posted something on our personal page that was basically talking about, we had 2 phone calls from 2 different supplement companies asking if we'd be interested in basically selling their products as part of our lifestyle coaching services. And we're not interested in selling supplements. We're really not. We don't think that's the way to go. Health does not come in a pill or a packet. And you'll hear a lot of different views on this online, and everyone's got their opinion, but from our personal experience, they do absolutely nothing. They do have a great placebo effect. Most of them are, a lot of them are full of stimulants like caffeine, and many of them are also used or contain animal products, animal foods. So we don't endorse stimulants, and we don't endorse animal foods, obviously, and we don't endorse supplements.
One effect they do have, though, is to drain your bank account balance, actually, and increase the bank account balance of the supplement companies.
Yeah, it's all about the cash.
It is.
So if we wanted to make quick money, then we would definitely have said, yep, absolutely, sign us up and we'll start selling your supplements to people.
But our ethics aren't for sale. We're not into exploiting animals, and we're not into exploiting human beings. We're into helping both animals and human beings and the planet.
So we said no to selling the supplements, but we did post about it on Facebook. And then one of our Facebook friends messaged us a few questions. So she was interested in supplements and was just thinking of starting to take some herself because she was not feeling great. And it was great timing that we put our post out. So we started asking some questions. Okay, why aren't you feeling great? What's going on? And as soon as you start asking just a few questions with people, she said, well, I've got candida, so I'm starting to reduce my fruit, and I'm just not feeling great. As it turned out, she'd been eating high fat and also had fried foods. So the problem is never fruit. The problem is the fats and the processed foods that we start to let into the diet.
The reason that it's never fruit is because our human physiology was designed to eat fruit and to get most of its calories, i.e. energy, from fruit. So it can never be fruit. We all have the same basic human physiology. It's not like some humans evolved eating just animals and other humans evolved eating fruit. No, we all evolved eating fruit, and then through necessity, at times when fruit was scarce, we may have had to kill an animal in order to survive. Obviously, we're not in those survival circumstances in 2014, particularly in Western countries. So the human physiology is designed to eat fruit. Therefore, it cannot be fruit that is the issue. It's always, what are people eating in addition to fruit, if they are actually consuming fruit at all.
So one of the main reasons that people fall off the bandwagon, there are many reasons, but one of them is if they're trying to do 100% raw, it's hard to get enough sweet, ripe fruit, number one. Number two, you don't really feel like it, especially in winter. I know it looks really sunny today, but the nights are really cold here. It is winter. And it's hard to eat raw food when it's cold. It just is. You don't feel like it.
If you can do it, fantastic.
Great.
Obviously, we evolved eating raw foods before we transitioned to cooked foods. So again, our human physiology is better designed to consume raw foods. And if you can do it in all day, and enjoy it and get enough calories to perform all of your myriad of daily activities, we'd encourage you to say absolutely go for it. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're living in the tropics and you have 24/7 access to sweet ripe fruit, go for it. We would. But the reality is that the vast majority of us are not in that scenario. So we have to be realistic.
Yeah. And look, you just touched on it. You need raw foods, fruits and vegetables are very low in calories. So you need to eat so much of them to get enough caloric intake, to get enough energy for the day. And people struggle with that. They really do. So then they're feeling hungry, they're cold, the cravings kick in, they're undercarbed. What do they go for? Whatever they can find. And that might be something fried, that might be something processed, it might even be animal foods. So that's why we don't always recommend 100% raw, because it's just very difficult to maintain, and we want to keep people on the lifestyle. And that's why we're doing raw till fall, and that's why we recommend raw till fall.
When people are entering that mode of craving unhealthy foods, it simply means their brains are not receiving enough glucose. And that's when they will make poor choices in order to try and meet that brain glucose need. But of course, the best plan of attack is to never allow your brain to be starving glucose, and that is to consume enough carbohydrates, be they raw or be they cooked, during the course of the day and night, so that you never fall into that trap of having your brain being starved of glucose.
And that's why this lifestyle has quite a bit of planning involved. So we never leave the house without our smoothies. Never. Or a snack or something.
And if circumstances, whatever they may be, prohibited you from being able to make that quick smoothie, although, we've got 5 minutes for this, that and the other, we probably should have 5 minutes to make a smoothie before we leave the house. And really, that's all it takes to peel bananas, pop them in the blender, put some water and whatever else and blend and pour into your smoothie bowl.
Exactly.
But should that, you not be able to do that on one day for whatever reason, well, you can go and get your carbohydrates in another form, and you can get them in varying degrees of clean forms. You can get a fruit juice, a store-bought fruit juice, which you want to look for a relatively clean one with no nasties added and what have you. Yes, it is pasteurized, so it's not raw, but it does contain fructose calories. Those fructose calories are going to be converted into glucose for use by the brain and the body, and they will meet those glucose needs. That's just one example.
Exactly. So the reason why these supplement companies have so much success is that people aren't doing the lifestyle correctly. They're not getting enough calories, they're not getting enough fruit in, they're putting fats into the diet, then they're adding a little bit of processed food here and there, and then they start to feel unwell, and then they have candida or whatever else manifests, and they say, oh, the diet isn't working, I need something else, I'm going to have to take a supplement. So these companies see a weakness, they see a flaw, and they just want to creep in there and expose it, exploit it, and cash in on it. Now, if you're finding that you're coming from a standard diet of meat, dairy and eggs, or if you're coming from a vegan diet that's highly processed and highly fatty, and you want to move more towards raw foods, if you're finding that you're not digesting raw foods properly, a lot of people say they get bloated, they have pains in the stomach, it's just not digesting. What that means is that your transition to raw needs to be a little bit slower, a little bit more gradual. So we would say introduce cooked vegan food, low fat, and stick with the cooked food as much as you need to, for as long as you need to, until your digestive system cleans up a little, until it's in a position where it can digest raw foods a lot more easily. This is where the supplement companies will come in and say, oh, you can, just take this enzyme or this elixir or whatever, and it'll fix your digestion and you can eat whatever you want right now.
We would just say save your money, because again, it is questionable whether those digestive enzymes or probiotics or what have you actually work anyway.
A lot of them, just like any other medication, have a placebo effect. So we take something, we're told that it's going to help with digestion, we believe that, And then, hey, presto, it actually works because we've told ourselves in our mind that it's going to work. And where the mind goes, the body follows. That's the placebo effect. So you just need to give it time, you need to monitor your body, how are you feeling, and play with your intake of raw foods depending on what your digestion is like. We hear this all the time, but an enzyme isn't going to fix it. The important thing is to remember that nobody will have problems digesting a low-fat, vegan, cooked diet. Nobody needs an enzyme to digest a bowl of pasta or
rice or potatoes or corn.
It's very easy for the body to adjust to, and if it's low fat and low salt, it's very clean, it passes through easily. So you can have a great vegan diet, very clean, and just keep it cooked for as long as you need to and slowly introduce the raw foods. There's no need to buy a supplement to help with this transition. If you're feeling like you need supplements, before you open your wallet to these companies that just want to exploit you, revisit the lifestyle, have a look at what you're putting into your body, and be honest. Really keep a food diary. If you're allowing fats in, more than 10% of your daily caloric intake from fats, you're going to have problems.
Fats are inflammatory by nature, be they animal-based fats or be they plant-based fats. Fats are inflammatory by nature, so they're going to cause this, that and the other in the body if you consume too many of them. Health, as Natasha said, doesn't come in a pill or a packet. Health is a combination of healthy thoughts and emotions, first and foremost, because where the mind goes, the body follows. It's about eating a clean, high carbohydrate, low fat, vegan diet with as much raw as you can get. It's about getting daily access to sunshine. It's about moving the body, exercising the body. It's about getting enough sleep, and it's about being hydrated.
It's a whole symphony of things coming together. It's not, here, take this multivitamin, or take this elixir, or take this powder, or whatever rubbish they're selling, and it'll get better. It won't get better. It won't. It'll actually make you feel worse long term, and you'll be spending a heap of money. Please share your experiences. We do want to hear from you. Pop your thoughts and comments down below. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and follow us on movemeyoga.com.au for more. Don't forget to share this video. If you find it helpful, share it so this information gets out and it can counter all the other not so helpful information out there. Thank you for watching.
Be smooth when you move. See you next time.
See ya.